Hi friends, welcome to this foundations class. We will be exploring the traditional moon salutation, which is one of my favorite sequences. It's done fully standing, but there is a point in the sequence where we will be hitting a pose called skandasana. And before we get into that, I just want to demonstrate your options so that you know what's coming essentially. And so for our moon salutations, we move across the mat, kind of side to side this way, as opposed to forward back. And skandasana is traditionally a low lunge with the extended leg toes pulling towards your shin. If your heel is lifted, that's fine. If it's not lifted, that's also fine. But this is a big posture. This requires a lot. And since this is a shorter class, you might not be feeling spacious in like your warm-up style to get down into this shape yet, or it just might not be in your wheelhouse quite yet. That's totally fine. What I'll invite you to do is when we hit our skandasana, keep it a little bit higher. You can rest your forearm on your thigh and even kind of open up here to help get that same hip opening. Not getting the same extension in the back of your extended leg, but that's really, it's okay. You'll be fine. So with all of that said, come to the top of your mat. Feet are about hips distance apart, but maybe a little bit wider. Good. And just take a moment, roll your shoulders back, kind of soften the body a little bit, shake a little side to side. And with an inhale, reach your arms out and bring them overhead. Maybe your fingertips touch together. Maybe your hands have a little space between them. Draw your belly in. Good. Side bend to the right. Side bend left. Come to center, and with your left foot, take a couple steps or one big step out and extend your arms out to a T. Good. Check in with your feet and let your toes turn out towards the corners. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, arms come overhead, and then exhale, bend the knees, bend your elbows, finding goddess pose, using your glutes to really peel your knees open, lift your heart towards the sky for 3, 2, and 1, press up, extend your arms back out to a T. Turn your right toes so they're facing the short edge of the mat. Left toes pivot in, both legs are straight. Start to send your hips back in space, reach your right arm forward, and then drop right hand down to your leg. Extend your left arm towards the sky for triangle pose for 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, left hand drops down, either to your leg or to the earth, pyramid pose. Breathing right here for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pivot onto the ball of your left foot, bend your right knee and lower your left knee down. With an inhale, bring your arms overhead, low lunge for 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down to your leg or maybe to the earth. Tuck your toes, lift your left knee up, and then start to walk your hands towards the center. Here's where our skandasana comes in. You can stay high or you can drop it down. Pausing right here for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Using your hands or trying to see if your balance and your leg power is feeling intact today. Shifting over to skandasana with the left leg bent this time. Right leg is extended. Pausing here for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Using your hands, pivot around, drop your right knee to the earth, and with an inhale, rise up, low lunge for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands come down to your leg or maybe to the ground. And don't be afraid to really kind of widen your stance and make space for yourself. Tuck your right toes, spin your right heel to the earth, and then straighten into your left leg. I like to rest my hands on my shin for pyramid pose. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Left hand presses down, right arm extends towards the sky. Triangle pose. 3, 2, 1, press up, arms extend, toes turn so they're facing the corners. Take an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, goddess pose. 3, draw the belly in. 2, and 1. Good. Come up, extend your arms, right foot presses to the ground, and you move to the back of the mat. Arms come overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend right. Good. Come to center, side bend left. Good. Come back to center. Right foot steps this time. Open up. Take an inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, bend into your goddess pose. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, open your arms out to a T. Left foot pivots towards the back of the mat. Right toes pivot in. Send your hips back in space as you reach the left arm forward and drop the left hand down. Triangle pose. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand drops down, chest spins towards the ground, pyramid pose. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down to the earth or maybe to your blocks. Spin onto your right toes and drop your right knee. Bend the left knee. Low lunge. Arms come overhead. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands come down. Tuck your right toes and press yourself up. Pivot your right heel to the earth and find your Skandasana. So again, maybe you drop it down. Maybe you stay a bit higher for 3, 2, and 1. Switching your Skandasana, bend the right knee, extend the left. 3, 2, and 1. Pivot around towards the top of the mat. Lower the left knee to the earth. With an inhale, arms come up, low lunge. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands come down, tuck your left toes, press your left knee up, spin your left heel to the ground, pyramid pose. Hands can rest on your leg, or if you're using blocks, on your blocks for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand presses down, or right hand presses down. Left arm extends towards the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, press yourself up. Turn your toes out towards the corners. And with another inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, settle into goddess. Try to pull your hips under your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms out to a T. Press your left foot down and then take a big step or a couple steps to the top of the mat. Arms come overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, side bend right. Breath in to center. Exhale, side bend left. Into center. And exhale, arms down. Take a few rounds of breath. That is one full moon salutation. If it felt a little clunky, a little messy, know that it's a challenging sequence. And you're welcome to revisit this video as you smooth things out and refine things, to find different ways to support yourself. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. Take a moment to thank yourself for making time for today's practice. A moment to thank your body for being wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'll see you next time we're on the mat together.